This is how an easy Extreme Demon took me 155,904 attempts. Now, you all know I don't care about attempt count, but I'm hoping that RGC Exists has some good information about endurance and the will to go on and all that good stuff. Let's rip it. Like, subscribe.
This is me doing something that just 5 months prior I thought was impossible. And this is the final
Cataclysm.
obstacle in my way before I prove to everyone...
Is he doing Sonic Wave now? I have no idea.
...and myself that I'm capable of beating hard levels despite my disadvantages.
Yeah, this was like a year ago, so he could be on something else now.
So, how did we get here? I was 9 years old, having a sleepover with my friends. We were chilling in my family's game room when my friend pulled out his iPad and, started playing.
Dude, this is the origin story for so many Geometry Dashers. I'm at a friend's house, my friend pulls out the iPad, Rob Tapala, live, on stream.
A mobile game. Can you guess what that game was?
I didn't play Geometry Dash for the first time until I was freaking 29 years old last year.
After that, he opened a silly little game called Geometry Dash. He was pretty good at it too. He got past 20.
This might just be like the representation of the generation gap. Like, I think if I was born 10 years ago, I also probably would have been introduced to this. But like, when I was a kid, we didn't have iPads. When I was a kid, we would like go outside. We'd play Pokemon on our Game Boys. That was about it. We didn't have like the
almost every attempt, which was just mind-boggling to me. I borrowed his tablet and tried playing it, but I couldn't get past the third pillar in Stereo Madness, the easiest level in the game. Actually, Back on Track is the easiest. If you told me at that time that 7 years later I would be able to beat the level he was playing in only 1 attempt, 2 attempts, 3 attempts, 4, you know what, never mind. A few years later, I downloaded Geometry Dash on my iPod Touch, just to see if I could get any farther. To my surprise, I was able to beat Stereo Madness after a few weeks. And to this day, I still get nervous at the triple spike. At that point,
it's terrifying. I don't blame you.
That's where it ends. There's no way I can beat the second level since it's so much harder. But I decided to try anyways. Once I beat Back on Track, I thought I'd never be able to beat any normal levels. Fire in the hole! But surely I wouldn't be able to beat base after base. Surely I wouldn't be able to beat any harder levels, to beat a purple face level, to beat club step, to beat a medium demon. Surely I won't be able to beat 9 circles.
Bro, I went back and I watched my 9 circles clear. I feel like 9 circles is underrated, bro. I was watching me beat 9 circles and I was like, in ways, this looks harder than Bloodbath. I am not rage baiting.
And here we are today. But throughout all those successes, one thing became increasingly noticeable. It took me way longer than the average person to beat levels. Doctors have told me in the past...
It only looks harder because there isn't any hard wave parts in Bloodbath. No, yeah, for sure. I do think that comparing a 9 circles level to like a non-9 circles level, it is definitely different. But yeah.
That I have
it's also because of the flashing lights.
Unusually low reaction time and fine motor skills, at least when it comes to complex things like sports. Which explains why I spent 7,000 attempts on club step, over 1,000 attempts on B, and 20,000 attempts on 9 circles. But one day I had free time and
all this attempt talk is just like water over my brain. And again, like I'm not gatekeepy. Like if you like attempts, that's cool. I just don't care, bro.
And I decided to play the last wave of the popular Extreme Demon Cataclysm. To my surprise, I actually got pretty far in the wave pretty consistently.
The last wave, not the first one. The first one is literally hell.
And that reminds me, now is a good time to introduce you to Cataclysm.
Exactly, at least he beat it.
A legendary Extreme Demon popularized as the first Extreme Demon to ever be verified legitimately. It was verified by Giron, or if you're still in the first stage
G-Iron
of grief from his hacking allegations, Cyclic.
Riot, it's been 8 years. You need to let go.
He is not
Can't let go.
Not a cheater, and I have proof. Cyclic, this one's for you.
So let's go through the different parts of Cataclysm one by one.
Did that really happen?
The first cube is pretty easy. Even I can do it every time.
Unless I'm glancing at someone's Discord screen share, it's not what it looks like, I swear.
The first wave right after the cube, though, is actually insane. It's the hardest part of the level, and even at the end, I only passed it an average of once every 3 or 4 attempts. It actually took me a few hundred attempts to get past the first wave my first time. Then we have the drop. The first ship is pretty straightforward.
Wait, yeah, I played a bit of the first wave when we did the Cataclysm in 30 minutes video, right? That wave's hard.
Except for some reason,
I had to switch to the end of the level because I was like, there's no way I'm beating this in 30 minutes.
there are invisible mini portals, and I swear that confused me for the longest time. Then we have this really basic wave. I died there 786 times, and
At least it's front half carried, no?
then we have this ball. Now, this ball is pretty easy, except for this triple click right here. I have to click here 3 times in very quick succession in order to get past. And as I said, my fine
It's not? Oh, okay.
motor skills are horrible, so it was incredibly difficult for me to perform those 3 precise, quick clicks consistently. Then we go past the rest of the ball and get to the UFO. And I swear to God, this pink orb is the spawn of Satan. I died there so many times early on. Luckily though, eventually I got consistent. Consistent. Never mind. And then we have the ship at 40%.
UFO timings be like, they're brutal, bro.
Boy. This 2-second long segment prevented me from beating the level for over 2 extra
A lot of orb presses in Cataclysm, eh, chat?
months. I just could not pass the thing. It was so inconsistent.
They should call it Orbaclysm. Huh.
But more on that later. After the 40% ship, there's a decently difficult cube, and then from there, it's easier than the beginning of the level. Don't get me wrong though, the second half of the level is still really hard. However, I won't be going over those individual parts because they're not super important to this story. You know, since I...
Now we're getting into the part that I played on the Cataclysm in 30 minutes. I was just trying to clear, I think, around like 70% to the end before the 30 minutes was up, and I choked the straight fly. Spoiler.
Rarely got there at all.
So as I was saying, once I got home from school, I decided to try and beat the level starting at the last wave.
I should probably beat Cataclysm at some point, right, chat?
And I died to the GG sign multiple times. A few months after
Happens.
that, I did the run.
Straight fly at the end of a level is pretty troll, bro.
And I decided to try and play from the second half of the ship at 70%. It took me hundreds of attempts, but eventually I got past
Yeah, chat backseated me to take that coin route because it makes this part easier. W.
the first obstacle. And then I managed to get past the second one.
Full Hell Trilogy could be cool. What's the Full Hell Trilogy again? Oh, is it Cataclysm, Bloodbath, and Tartarus?
And after a few thousand attempts, I made it to the last wave. Eventually, I did
Aftermath,
69
I
to
see.
100. And then I decided, screw it. I'll play.
Not Tartarus? Oh, what was I thinking of? Is it Bloodbath, Tartarus, and then Eternus? Isn't that a trilogy?
From the beginning of the last ship, and many attempts later, and I mean
Yeah, the Riot trilogy, right?
many attempts later, I did that to 100%. So finally, I decided to go one.
Oh, Acheron, my bad. So it's Acheron, Tartarus, and then, or Tartarus, Acheron, and then Eternus?
Start position back.
Yeah.
Play from 51%. For the
My bad, chat. I have too much information in my
the
brain.
next few
I
weeks
can't
of
keep it all
summer break,
straight.
I had one goal: get 51 to
Real
100
voice
on
reveal?
Cataclysm. Then drop the level forever. It took me weeks.
So I think I'm probably going to beat Eternus first, then go back and do Acheron, and then beat Tartarus. I'm going to beat the apocalyptic trilogy in reverse order.
And 40,000 attempts, but eventually I did it. And that would have been where it ended. But a few months ago, and by a few months ago, I mean a few months ago as of the time I started this video. How long ago was that? But a few months ago, I sat down and said, screw it. I'm gonna play from 18% and see how far I can get. So for the
My coffee kind of had an aftertaste of fish sticks for a second. Why?
next 2 weeks, I played the first, much harder half of the level. And after almost 100,000 total
Eternus is impossible, right? For anybody but me.
Attempts, including the ones from earlier, I got to 51% from the drop. Meaning that once I got to the drop from Zero a few hours later, I would have the level in 3 runs. And it was at this point that I finally realized, hey, maybe I can actually do this. So then began.
That's what I'm saying. Guys, we're gonna get Bloodbath in 3 runs today. Every time you get a level in less than a number that you had of it in runs than before, your confidence number goes. It increase it's bigger.
My grind actually beat Cataclysm. At first, progress was slow. I mean, the whole time progress was slow. But hey, look, it only took me a week to get to 40%. Surely I'll beat it soon. Famous last words. Then, finally, over 2 months after I first got to the 40 ship, I got to 51% from 0, meaning I had the level in only 2 runs.
Thank you! Holy shit, thank you!
And after that, it felt like a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders. I became less angry and was able to make more progress. Soon I ended up getting not.
It's a mindset diff, chat. I'm telling you, bro. I mean, no hate here, but like, yeah, like if you're tilted or you feel like crappy when playing the level, it's awesome that progress on the level made him less pissed. But I would argue that the monkhood that I'm pursuing in GD, I would argue that if he was able to be in a state of self where he wasn't pissed to begin with, he would have gotten the progress faster.
Not only to the 64% ship, but halfway through it too.
I got 70, Jesus Christ, I got 70. I got to like halfway through the last ship.
Unfortunately,
also, don't check my last Bloodbath stream where I definitely was like more tilted than I've ever been, and to the point where I was like screaming.
For the entirety of December after that, there was almost
I'm
no
a monk.
progress. Right before the new year, though, me and my friends in a voice chat decided to make a challenge where I had to beat the Cataclysm 40% ship 5 times in a row. And honestly, I think that practice of the 40% ship was what allowed me to beat the level so quickly after that. Finally, after over 4 months of grinding and almost a year of playing the level on and off, I did this.
W. Yeah, everybody has their bad days. Holy montage, bro. Wait, W song. Wait, W edit.
Oh my god. I'm gonna pass out. I be careful! Oh my god!
Wait,
I think you're gonna
beat it?
Jesus!
Holy shit.
Holy shit!
Let's go.
Oh my god.
What was that sound, though?
I be careful! Oh my god!
What was it? Sorry, no hate.
Oh my god. GM attrition. I got an achievement. Let's go. Oh my god, was it?
Oh, he was
I felt like I was
beatboxing.
gonna pass out for a second there.
I see. Guys, be sure to don't hold your breath. I think he was holding his breath. The gasp that he made around like 80% or whatever, I think he was holding his breath. Breathe through it.
And that, my friends, is how I beat an extreme demon, even with my skill issue. I hope this video can inspire some of you to never give up and
Speed of light.
chase your dreams, even if it feels like everyone else chasing those same dreams is better than you. And now that I've beaten an extreme demon,
Real.
I think I'm gonna take a break for a while, because there's no way I'd be able to beat any other extreme, right? Especially not one that's even harder than Cataclysm.
Got the level that I'm playing right now. Wow. What is this level? Is it niche? That's Bloodbath. Anyway, W video, yes, let this be a lesson. I mean, this is already what I've been telling all of you. Play the levels that you want to play. It might take longer than you initially think to beat it, but like, imagine if you just stuck to the journey and you were able to overcome things that you once thought were impossible. Don't you think that that would fundamentally change you both as a gamer and a person? Don't you think that maybe that'll build a bit of character for you? Maybe that could be a movie for you? I don't know, something to think about. Anyway, thanks for suggesting this video, y'all. Keep on suggesting more. W React. I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Did you like that? Don't even pretend like you didn't. You made it that far in the video. Well, did you know that I stream Monday through Friday on Twitch and YouTube, and you could catch me live and get to be a part of the experience when it happens? Also, if you don't care about that, or otherwise you want to see more of the video that you just watched, link in the description to watch the full VOD. Do that, please. I have a black eye because I play basketball sometimes. Bye. Oh,